A lot of parents teach their kids about responsibility through chores and getting an allowance. We'll forget about doling out the dollar bills anymore because now there's an app for that. And as our Matt Mershon shows us, it's teaching kids to clean up in more ways than one.
The Elkier family had tried the whole chore thing.
We had been struggling for a couple years, like as a family of 5. Both of us work and life is crazy with, kids' activities and stuff. So we would always try and implement chores with them, but it was hard to be consistent with it.
About a year ago, the Round Rock family discovered BusyKid, a smartphone app that allows parents to schedule chores and assign a fixed allowance rate for completing each one.
We'll have stuff like vacuum the whole house or mop and sweep and stuff like that. That'll be a little bit more than making your bed, which is like 25 cents.
Instead of cash, BusyKid pays like most jobs nowadays through direct deposit. And just like direct deposit, the kids can predetermine where that money will go.
At the end of the week, whatever our total amount, it'll go into our account. And then from our account, we can either put it into savings, onto the card, or we can invest it, I think.
You heard that right. Debit cards and investing.
I think it's great that they're getting comfortable using a debit card and, the responsibility that comes with that, because that's what they will use as they grow up. I mean, they're not going to be handling cash.
As for the investing, kids are able to take smaller risks by being able to purchase fractional shares of real companies, something the Elkiers haven't done just yet.
Right now, the conversations are pretty much, okay, so you've earned this much money or you have this much money in your account and you're wanting to maybe purchase this or invest in this. Is that something that's a want or a need? And what does that look like, down the road? Are you going to, we don't want to regret purchasing something.
The money is definitely a motivator and educator. But for the Elkiers, the money is almost as important as the app's ability to keep the kids on task.
It's a lot of work, but it kind of helps me stay organized, and I'm always in a better mood when stuff is clean, so it's a win-win.
All right, Matt joins us now live with more on how this all works.
Yeah, this is it's quite the interesting app, and this all starts. I set an account up myself, and Todd is going to be. I
was wondering who that was.
Todd's going to be my kid this morning, and so this starts out. You can make a schedule and add a chore. So let's say we want. I don't know, Todd, what do we want to do?
Brush our teeth. I can brush my teeth.
He brushes his teeth in the morning. Thank you very much for doing that.
You're welcome.
And so we add it, want to do it today, we're going to do 25 cents. So if you had the app, my child, you could, you have a bunch of different chores to do.
Right.
And you click them off and you collect the money. But so here's the cool part that I like about this is it all collects. It's like direct deposit, basically,
right,
for children. Parents link the account, rather, a bank account to this account, and you can move your money around. And so you're teaching your kid about, hey, let's put half of this back. You can use 40% of that and, go shopping and do whatever.
And the parents determine that, or is that a conversation?
I think that's a conversation to have. Obviously, this is a big learning tool, and what's so cool about it is that you can talk about why it's important to put money away. These kids, we heard, they're saving for college and a car. They're 12 and 14, so they got a little time to go for that.
Yeah.
But this is cool.
That is cool.
I think it's pretty cool. But kids, again, I think it's a good learning experience. And it's odd, though, for me at least, and I'm sure for you, growing up in the day of allowance and cash in hand, that this is truly. They don't see it, but that's another thing I think these kids have to get used to.
We're cashless.
We're cashless now. I mean, that's the society we live in, and this is a good foray. Not only that, but hold on. There's also a. Do you see this? The BusyKid. Todd Boatwright's little card here, and you can use this card, put money on that card. That costs a little extra though.
Okay.
But
But it's responsibility, and of course, no kid should be getting paid to brush their teeth. That's just me.
Well, it depends on, and that was one of the things that they had mentioned. It depends on what works for certain families.
Okay, yeah.
Certain things I think should be a given.
Mowing the lawn, that's a chore.
Mow the lawn, vacuum the house, those sort of things. I like it, don't you?
I think it's pretty cool, yeah.
All right.
So far different than when I was a kid.
All right, Todd,
Thanks,
thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it. You can take me off that now.
Yeah, right.
All right. Unless you want to put some cash in it for me.
Well, we could.